First thing we'll look at in terms of your setup, certainly to me, and again you may agree or disagree, but on the right hand side you look a little more relaxed over that golf ball. That one on the left hand side looks a little bit like you're stretching. The gap between your hands and your legs here is further away than it is kind of there, yeah? So the fact you're reaching for the ball only that much more, okay, means it's harder for that club to get down to the golf ball because you're already at sort of full capacity nearly enough to stretch. You can't go any further. So if your body was to move anywhere from the golf ball, you're topping it all day. And if you lean back from the golf ball, you've got further from it, you're topping it, okay? Now the key thing in terms of the backswing was that left wrist, as we said. If you look at this backswing here now, you see your left wrist now, almost that bend has happened here already, okay? And it just continues to get bigger and bigger and bigger. Now when I actually put your hand in that position, you said that felt a bit strange, didn't it? Yeah. Your natural sort of tendency is to want to do this, okay, as opposed to softening this arm and hinging that wrist. Okay, like I said, this on the right hand side was a better version than the left hand one, but not as good as some of the ones you towards the end there. But if you look at the golf club as you go back now, okay, that right arm is a little bit stiff there, but the left wrist is still flatter, yeah? As you start hinging, now your right elbow softens and your left wrist now is still a little bit more in line with your forearm there, rather than being kind of as it is here, kind of there, and then zigzagging round. Okay, just getting that club in a better position. We can set the club to the top there now. Club goes back a little bit further as a result because you're just able to hinge better. When your wrist goes that way, you limit how far you can go because this all tightens. I mean, if you just do that there, that there is a forearm sort of workout. And if you do that with your forearm, your wrist here, that's tightening that muscle. So this motion here now gets tension there. Your whole body gets tense. So reaching the ground becomes difficult. Okay. So from there now, with that better backswing, elbow soften. Just let it go. Just swing through, try it at the ground, left of the ball. Okay, we can put these two objects here. Now at home you could use, like I say, a welcome mat on the ground, 2 tee pegs, 2 any non-valuable objects. You did, like if you did hit them or whatever, and just swing the golf club through that gap, trying to hit the ground left of those 2 golf balls. That's all you're trying to do. Okay, as long as you can hit the ground this side of the golf ball, you get a reasonable strike. It's when your golf club bottoms out here that you duff it or miss-hit it. And then as a result of that, that was a bad shot. I hit the ground. The ball went bad, so let's miss the ground then. That's kind of the logic the brain goes through. It's not the hitting of the ground that's the fault, it's the where you hit the ground. Now if you're topping the golf ball and seeing the ball go low, you try to lean back to lift up in the air. That leaning back causes the club to bottom out behind the ball. Case in point, you top it, yeah? So from that position here now on the right hand side, just give it a smack and let it go, let that body twist through right the way through so that the camera doesn't pick the ball because it thinks these balls are obviously still here. But good hinge of the wrist, smack, hit that screen with some force there, 120 yard plus with some of your shots, okay? So take the tension out, smidging closer, okay? And then just feel this arm softening. So the arm's stiff and tight to start with, it just doesn't bend, and then the clubs have to bend in on some different functional, and it's just never going to work that way. And you're not losing distance. Frustration equals tension, tension reduces power, reduction of power equals tension, tension really is just a vicious circle, you see, and then you get more frustrated. It gets worse.
Okay.
Make sense?
Yep.
Excellent, good man.